Sup everybody, it's your boy Corey, aka GQ Saint, back for another reaction video. It's gonna be a channel from video I never haven't watched one of their channels in a while, so I had to get back to it. Variant comments when Damian Wayne becomes Batman. So interested to see, yeah. Those of you who don't know, Damian Wayne is the biological son, illegitimate son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, aka the son of what people like to say Ra's al Ghul, the Ra's al Ghul. Anyway, don't want to talk too long. This is up to a 10-minute video, so I'm already intrigued by this. It's been a while, man, since I read a Batman comic book. Hey, I used to like reading those comic books, so let's go on get into it. Once again, a special question, I'm gonna comment below. Let's go.
What's up, my comic comrades? Today we're talking about my current favorite Elseworlds universe, and that would be DC and Tom Taylor's DCeased universe. It originally started off as a 6-issue miniseries, but was so successful that it spawned several spin-off series, such as DCeased A Good Day to Die, DCeased Unkillables, DCeased Hope at World's End, and DCeased Dead Planet. For those of you who are completely unfamiliar with this universe, basically what happens is a corrupted version of the anti-life equation infects most of Earth's heroes and villains, turning them into zombie-like creatures. It's a post-apocalyptic zombie story with superheroes. It's great. And we covered almost every series this universe has spawned, which you can find links for right here. And while we're on the topic of incredible stories, Audible and DC have just partnered to produce a first ever audio production based on Neil Gaiman's epic graphic novel series, The Sandman. The audio adaptation is a new Audible original and stars James McAvoy in the lead role of Morpheus, the Dream Lord. Yes, Professor X is playing Morpheus. All I'm saying is, I'm a wee bit excited. The Sandman is of course a classic dark fantasy horror story that follows Morpheus as he's pulled from the dream realm and imprisoned on Earth. And when he finally escapes, he seeks to rebuild his power. It's so good, we're fans, and this audio adaptation sounds amazing. In addition to McAvoy, you also have Riz Ahmed as Corinthian, Kat Dennings as Death, Taron Egerton as John Constantine, Andy Serkis as Matthew the Raven, and many, many more. You need to check this out. Like I mentioned, The Sandman is an Audible original, so it could only be found on Audible. And if you're not currently an Audible member, we cannot recommend it enough. Pretty much all of us here at Variant.
Sorry, we had to get to the video.
And you'll find the link for that in the description. As for today, we're going to continue talking about the DCeased universe with one of the newest and biggest things to happen within this continuity, which would be Damian Wayne donning the cape and cowl, becoming the new Batman. Now, technically, this already happened in the original DCeased storyline, but this details it a whole lot more. It all went down in DCeased Hope at World's End issue 4. Also, just so you guys know, Hope at World's End is a digital first series, so you're not going to find it on comic book store shelves right away. So if you want to read it, digitally is the only way currently. With that said, let's finally get into it. And obviously, there's going to be spoilers for issues 4 and 5 of Hope at World's End, as well as the DCeased storyline in general. Anyway, Damian Wayne, how did he become Batman? Let's see. It was all put into motion back in issue 1 of the original DCeased miniseries. You see, at the end of that issue, Batman was attacked by an infected Dick Grayson and Tim Drake, leading to Batman being ultimately infected by both of them. But Batman being Batman thought of a way to at least slow down the infection. He put on one of Mr. Freeze's old suits because, as he said, the cold would slow down his metabolism, decelerating the spread of the virus within him. But eventually, it's gonna take over. Anyway, not having a cure, knowing it's only a matter of time before he turns, Batman calls his son Damian. He tells Damian, Alfred has something for you. It's something I always wanted for you. Something I know you would have earned one day. I'm sorry, I won't see you. I'm sorry, I won't. And Batman says this while looking at a briefcase with a bat symbol on it. Damian then responds, Father? Dad? As we see in the Batcave, Batman is starting to turn, while Alfred says, Mr. Bruce? But it's too late. The virus has spread and infected him fully. Then in the background, Damian, hearing what's going on over the call, says, Dad. Then Batman starts to charge Alfred, and Alfred says, Computer, cease transmission, ending the call with Damian and his father while saying it shouldn't have ended this way. Not for you. I'm sorry, son, as he's forced to put Batman down like a rabid dog. Then in issue 4 of the series, we see Alfred make his way to Damian via the Batwing. He then presents the briefcase to Damian saying he said you were worthy of it, that he was proud of you, and that he should have told you that every day, as he shows Damian what's inside the case, revealing it's the Batsuit. Now in issue 5 of DCeased, we just see Damian wearing the Batsuit, but we never see him put it on. He's just wearing it now. However, DCeased Hope at World's End issue 4 fills in that gap and shows us what it was like for Damian to put the Batsuit on for the very first time, becoming the new Batman. In Hope at World's End issue 4, we see a little bit after Alfred gave Damian the Batsuit from his father, Damian meets up with Superboy and some other heroes at the Fortress of Solitude. John, aka Superboy, tells Damian there's more heroes to come. John then looks at the Batsuit in the briefcase and asks Damian, are you gonna change? And Damian replies, hi, I don't know if I'm ready to. John then tells him, I get it, really, while touching the Superman symbol on his chest, continuing to say, this symbol doesn't exactly come free of burden, you know? Later on, Superman comes in and politely interrupts Alfred and Damian, saying, Alfred, excuse the interruption, but I brought you some tea. Earl Grey. And Alfred says, I'm not used to people waiting on me, Master Kent. Then Superman says, there's no master here, Alfred. Could I have a word with Damian? And Alfred says, of course, I'll leave you to it. Damian tells Superman, shouldn't you be out there? And Superman says, John convinced me this was important. And Damian responds, I thought a man who could leap tall buildings would be above nepotism. To which Superman replies, I thought so much cynicism couldn't fit into one 12-year-old boy. Superman then tells Damian while looking at the Batsuit, Bruce believed you deserved this. And your father was almost always right, often irritatingly so. Damian says, Bruce wasn't always right, and Superman tells him, of course not. When we're young, fathers are rarely ever right, and then we grow older and we realize they were just trying to protect us. Superman continues to say, you're a good man, Damian, and the right choice to take up the mantle. You shouldn't be afraid. But I'm guessing it's not actually the symbol that scares you. Damian replies, no. Damian then tells Superman, it's just, if I put on his suit, it means he's really gone. Superman then puts his hand on his shoulder and tells him Bruce became a hero because he lost people he loved. He fought every day to stop that from happening to others. The world needs that more than ever. I believe the world needs you, Batman. Then on the next page, we see Alfred helping Damian suit up, with Damian saying, are you sure? And Alfred saying, I'm certain. Damian then tells him the cowl doesn't feel right. Alfred says, it will. To which Damian replies, it's just, I don't know. Do I look stupid? And Alfred replies, no, Master Damian, you look like your father. As we get an awesome shot of Damian in the Batsuit for the first time, and a caption saying, the world had a Batman again. We were going to need him. But it doesn't end there. We see in issue 5 that after Damian donned the Batsuit, he stole the invisible jet. He did this to track down his mother, Talia al Ghul, in Gotham. But his two friends, Superboy and Wonder Girl, start chasing him. They're like, you know, the problem with stealing an invisible jet is your visibleness. As we see Damian looking hilarious flying the invisible jet, as it just looks like he's sitting in midair. Superboy and Wonder Girl obviously try to stop him, but Damian even says to John, if I go back to the fortress, do you honestly think you could stop me from leaving? John answers, I have X-ray vision and super hearing. Damian replies, good for you. Do you honestly think you could stop me from leaving? And John is at a loss for words. It made me laugh pretty freaking hard when I first read this because it is the most Batman remark ever. Ultimately, Superboy and Wonder Girl agree to go to Gotham with Damian. As they continue to fly there to Gotham, an infected Kite Man crashes into the windshield of the invisible jet, which made for an hilarious panel and back and forth between the three heroes, as we now see there's a blood splatter stain on the windshield of the invisible jet. Wonder Girl even says, we need to remember to watch the Kite Man bits off the plane before we give it back to Wonder Woman, as we see just a blood splatter floating there in midair. Anyway, the three finally track down Damian's mom and go to save her, only to realize she's doing quite fine handling herself. Talia's like, Damian, why are you wearing that? Referring to his costume, to which he responds, you know why. And Talia says, I don't believe you. Damian then tells his mother, I was going to see him. You can come if you'd like. I have an invisible jet parked on the roof. And John says, it has a few bits of Kite Man on it. Anyway, they leave and arrive at the Batcave, where Jason had buried Dick, Tim, and Bruce. As Damian is paying his respects, they hear something from behind, which turns out to be Stephanie Brown, aka Spoiler. She then walks out from behind the T-Rex in the Batcave saying, I was hoping I'd find Batman, and it looks like I found him. Damian, I'm so sorry. She then grabs Damian, giving him a big hug. We then see him starting to get choked up as she tells him, it's okay, you're wearing a mask, and I've got you. As Damian starts breaking down into tears, she says, you could say goodbye. Talia then says, your father made you soft. Then Superboy and Wonder Woman start blowing up, being like, excuse me? John's eyes even start glowing red with heat vision. Damian then says, stop it, my mother loved Bruce. She's just trying to start a fight. There's nothing left here. We need to go back to the fortress. Then Stephanie says, hold up, if you're Batman, you need what Batman has always needed, so he isn't reduced to a muscle bag of repressed feelings and Kevlar. You need a Robin. As we see, she put on her old Robin costume, becoming Damian's Robin as the issue ends. But there you have it, my friends, how Damian Wayne became Batman, but also how Stephanie Brown became Robin once again, which is a pretty dope addition for all us diehard Batman fans. I've said it countless times, but the Deceased universe is some of the best comics coming out right now. For me, it's just as good as the Injustice stuff, which is another phenomenal Elseworld story. And the crazy thing is, they are literally covering all bases, because we also have the Deceased Dead Planet series, which is brand new and only one issue out at the time of shooting this video. The series takes place years later after the heroes that survived left Earth in a spaceship and found Earth 2. But like I said, it takes place years later, so John, Cassie, and Damian are now grown up, and officially Superman Wonder Woman, and Batman. Even though Damian Wayne was technically the new Batman once he put on the suit, but you guys get what I'm talking about. He's an adult now. But don't worry, we're going to cover that series on the channel eventually as well. In any case, let us know what you guys think of this series in the comment section below, as well as what you think of Damian Wayne becoming Batman in this universe. I know I'm personally enjoying the hell out of everything the Deceased continuity is giving us, but we want to know your thoughts, so let us know below. And just like that, my comic comrades,
So it definitely made me want to look up some more about the Deceased universe and go and find a way to download them, look them up, read over. Yeah, still sad about Bruce. Yeah, I love Bruce Wayne. Definitely one of my top #1 DC character. Because those you don't know, those know me by now. I am a diehard Marvel character, but I do love some DC. Some DC characters. Bruce, Batman, top of the list. Nightwing second. Who else? Green Arrow. I definitely like Green Arrow. Flash. Yeah. Wonder Woman. Yeah, I definitely love Wonder Woman. And I would say that Aquaman. Yeah, that this shit made me an Aquaman fan. I like Aquaman now. Usually, especially the video game when it first came out, trash. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the video. And what you guys think about the whole series? What's going on? You guys any more updates? What's going on with the series? Hey, don't free to drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. And basically, I'm pretty sure I'll respond, give my personal feedback, how I feel about it. Anyway, make sure give your boy a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day. Peace.